The week before Christmas 2008, I found a lump as I was going to my front door. I was really broke, had been through some tragedies, and kind of living in a rough neighborhood, and because of it, I ended up at sort of a women's clinic, which was a blessing, for sure. And, you know, of course, I didn't know the kind of things I know now, but that's ultimately like how I found my way to diagnosis and treatment, you know, conventional allopathic treatment. The Women's Center led to the teaching hospital and all of that, but then I had what was called the new adjuvant therapy, which is really catastrophic. They rush you into things, you know. They don't present anything but chemotherapy, radiation. You know, the way the new adjuvant works is they try to shrink the tumor first, which we all know is sort of a bad notion in the long run. And then I had surgery, and then I had radiation, long bouts of that. So it took the better part of a year. The second time around with the cancer, which I knew was caused by the radiation. It was exactly pinpoint to where the radiation, not that the doctors will ever claim that, right? But my brain went, oh, I got this, right? I've already been through this once. Second time around was terrible, and if something could happen, it happened to me. I mean, I got an infection in the tubes, and you know, which was basically MRSA, and I was in the hospital for 17 days. I got something they never talk about ever, not even like Dr. Oz, nobody. I even wrote him like, hello, how come you never talk about this? Called a cellulosis. My left chest blew up to almost the size of a watermelon. It was all the way to my chin. I think I had a temperature of 104, 106. I got to a point where I couldn't walk, and I thought I was going to be in a wheelchair. I still have great difficulty with stairs, but I'm getting there. Over a period of 2 years, not only was I at the hospital at least 3 days a week, but I went 1 year where there was only 1 week out of the entire year that I didn't have multiple appointments. And that's just insane. And that speaks to the dynamic of the big money volume of the quagmire that we're living in that way. I was so sick, and I had moved to Tardisville, and I love the natural forest that's out there, and I love photographing at dawn. So we'd go out at sunrise, and the more I would look at the natural world and see life in such seamlessness, right? Because it might be one of the most seamless places in the States, you know, our national forest over here, that I realized everything I thought was wrong. It was like it just hit me that this is how life should be. Almost from that moment, I just started researching, and it was like God just kept dropping right what I needed to know. 6 months ago, I started into a functional medicine program with a chiropractor, and it's just been remarkable. And so I'm doing a number of, you know, like infrared sauna and a number of great supplements and some other treatments along with that. Never, ever stop asking the questions. And if the doctors that you're dealing with don't want to answer your questions, then get another doctor, you know, do it, because it's for you, you know what I mean? Who else is going to be about you? You have to take the reins of you. Take the reins, and don't be afraid, more than anything, to look your doctor in the face and expect them to work for you and not the other way around. But you also have to be a part of that. Don't believe everything that you hear because some so-called authority told you so. I get so frustrated because I want to help my niece or my family or people, and I know people are either going to open their eyes or they're not. They're going to see the truth or they're not, right? But for me, it's so empowering and so exciting to say, man, I got this. I can control this. To feel this great this easily. I've gone from 9 medications to 0. That's pretty exciting, you know? And I did that all on my own, ostensibly, with the functional medicine, with eating right, with eating non-GMO.